Okay, so guys, yesterday what we have done, we have only covered the basic introduction part, right? And we have configured one domain controller, right? And now in this, what we have to do, we have to start with the Citrix core server, which is delivery controller, right? So for the same, as I told you guys, we need one machine with Windows Server 2019 OS, right? So what I can do, I'm connected with my server, and this is my hypervisor, which is Gen server. So in the Gen server, I already created few machines. So what I will do, I will create new machine. I have already created one template here. I'm just creating one machine in quick way, and let me rename it to DDC hyphen 01. Why? Because I'm already having one machine with DDC name. So I'm just changing the host name of this machine to DDC 01. Okay. Let's wait for this machine to power on. So basically, this is my bare metal hypervisor. On one physical server, I directly installed type 1 hypervisor. Okay. I'm not going to use VMware workstation. Why? Because VMware workstation is very, very slow. So what I did, I quickly deployed the operating system. Now, the first thing that we have to do, we have to join this machine into the domain. So to join any machine into the domain, just go to the computer name, click on change, and let's name it like DDC-01 and my domain name. That is abc.com. In your case, domain name may be different. Now we have to enter our credentials like domain user credentials. Okay, I will restart this later. Why? Because I have to shut down this machine now. So in the market, you will get three types of hypervisor. I am using that Gen server, which is known as Citrix hypervisor. You may get VMware workstation, not VMware workstation is not there. You will get VMware ESXi host, and you will get Hyper-V, right? But you will never get VMware Workstation Pro in any production. This is for testing purpose only, like VMware Workstation Pro. So I shut down the machine and I joined that machine into domain, but now I have to increase the memory of this machine. Why? Because this is a at least you need 6 GB of RAM uh, before configuring the delivery controller. So I just increase the memory of this machine.
Uh,
Now, let,
Mahesh,
Mhm.
how you install this Gen server and Gen Center, and how you add this DDC to the Gen server?
Look, this is the XenCenter, which is the application only, right? And
Okay.
okay, let me show you. Let me disconnect this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So now this is a XenCenter I installed in my server. Okay, and I am having different server on which I directly installed Citrix hypervisor as an operating system, right? So I installed XenCenter in this machine, and let me remove Gen from XenCenter. So this is just an application like VLC Media Player or Google Chrome, right? So once you open that console, you will get option here, add server. Now enter the server IP, and as I told you, Gen server is on the Linux flavor, so username will be the root, and let me enter the password for root user, right? So now it is connected with my Gen server. So basically on my screen, I'm getting this screen like on my physical server, na? where monitor is connected, na, Gen server looks like this. It's totally in CLI mode, right? You have to, if you want to perform some activity, na, so what you have to do, you have to go to the local command cell, then you have to perform the commands only, right? You will get that kind of a screen, right? So, for feasibility, they guys develop one application which is known as XenCenter, and with this application, you will get multiple options here, like like if you go to the VM, you can create new virtual machine, new storage you can add, right? And you can shut down the machine, you can restart the machine, and if you want to create new virtual machine, just click on the VM, new VM, and now from here you can select the operating system, whatever is required, right? Next, then ISO media you can mount from here. CPU and memory, you can decide how many CPU and memory is required for this machine. Storage, you can decide by default. It will take 32 GB for every virtual machine, but you can edit it or you can increase or decrease it, right? Next, this is a networking. Next, now after that you can create the machine, but I'm not going to create this machine now. I'm canceling it. So
Uh,
you are here at DDC. So what I did, I joined this machine into my domain. Let me log into this machine with my domain user account. In production or everywhere, we will find like this kind of hypervisor only, right? So please do
yeah,
not.
this is okay, Mahesh. But
Mhm,
my question is, how
mhm.
do you install this operating system on top of Gen server? So we need to like mount
No,
some
no,
ISO files
no,
to Gen.
no. Yes, yes. So I already shared the ISO files to you, right? In that,
Yeah, yeah,
you will find Citrix hypervisor ISO file is there, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
what I did, basically, I have created one USB media, and I directly booted my physical server with that USB media. This is same like how you format your laptop or desktop with the pen drive, right? Or CD or DVD, and how you install the operating system. So I will show you that how to do that, right? After I think tomorrow I will show you, okay?
Okay.
Because installation is not the installation is very basic task, right? No one will be
Yeah,
going to tell you like please do install the
yeah, yeah.
hypervisor, right?
But our practice, we need like ISO files, right? Can you please open the Gen server? So I did what I yesterday. So I'm getting some error in that.
Mm-hmm.
Not that apps error. So I try to mount the ISO file for the Gen server.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you give right click on Gen server 01?
Mm-hmm. Now.
New user.
Mm-hmm.
Like ISO library is there, no? Windows file
No, no,
sharing.
you have to go there, click on next, then you can name it anything. Next, you have to enter the path and username,
Yeah, I
and
have. I
credential.
am providing this path. Okay, shared path.
Mm-hmm.
But it's saying that DNS some. It,
Okay, got it. So why
yeah, it
are
is
you?
not visible.
Yes, got it. So just replace the host name with the IP address.
Mm-hmm.
Just replace your host name with IP address of the server where you have created the shared folder. Means,
Mm-hmm.
look, in my case, what I did,
Mm-hmm.
C drive, this is the ISO where it is software. Okay,
Yeah.
I have all those ISO files here, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you go to the properties, so I shared this folder, right?
Yeah.
And same folder I have mounted here. Like if I go to the ISO, na, you will find,
Mm-hmm.
look at the path
Okay.
192.168.10.100 soft slash soft, right? So
Mm-hmm.
just replace the host name with the IP address, right? Or else what you can do, okay, let me show you other way as well. what you can do, you are getting the DNS error. Why? Because there is no DNS record found, right?
I have checked the forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone, but they
Mhm.
have like host name with same IP address and everything
So
looks
look
good in the previous.
here, what is happening? Like my Gen server DNS entry is not there, right?
Mm.
So what in that case, what will happen? Like if I try to ping Gen server -01 by host name, so you will see it is not pinging, right? I think
Mm.
spelling mistake I did. Wait,
01.
Gen server -01. Okay. So you will see there is no ping, right?
Yeah.
It's unable to find that host name Gen server 01, right? But if I go here, my Gen server is powered on, right? And IP is 10.101, right? So
Yeah.
now if I try to ping it with the IP na 10.101, right? Again spelling mistake. It's 168. Okay. So you can see I'm getting the
Yeah.
reply from my hypervisor by IP address, not with the host name. Are you getting my point?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that means my DNS record is not updated. So for the same, what I have to do? I have to go to the DNS. I have to create new record, and here I have to
Mm.
enter Gen server -01 and IP address of my hypervisor like 192.168.10.100, right? Sorry,
Mm.
101. It is 101 only. Yes. Now, now you see, I have added one host entry here, right? For Gen server.
Yeah.
Now, if I try to ping by host name, it should ping now. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
So now my DNS is resolving. So you have two ways. Either you can make a DNS record or you can replace the host name with the IP address.
Mm.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's come to the point. So this is our DDC. In DDC, first we have to mount that Citrix virtual apps ISO media. It is a very simple installation, but it will take a long time. So this is the ISO media. Before that, I already log into this machine by my domain account. Okay. Now install or run the program. Click yes. So now, as you can see, we are getting two options here. We can publish virtual apps or we can publish virtual apps and desktop both, right? So in production, you will find some application server will be different or desktop server will be different, right? But we cannot afford that much of hardware resources, right? So what we will do, we will have to learn both the things, how to publish virtual application and desktop both, right? So I'm going with the second option, but in production, you will find different application servers, okay? Now what we have to do, we have to configure this as a delivery controller. Select this. In the meantime, let me check the memory. I increased it to 6 GB. Yeah, it is 6 GB now. So as usual, accept the license. So as you can see, delivery controller is a core component that we have to install. Along with delivery controller, we will deploy studio, director, and license server on the same machine, right? But in production, we will find director and license server on different servers, okay? But we cannot afford different servers for different components, so it is fine for us for testing. Next, okay, so database is required, right, to store the logs. So We are going to deploy SQL Server on this machine only, but in production you will find different SQL Server. And that Windows Remote Assistant tool, those tools are for the troubleshooting perspective, and this feature is used by the Citrix director for shadowing the user session. Next. Very important port numbers. I am having one separate document where all those port numbers are mentioned. If you want, I will share this with you, but please try to remember, like these are the basic port number, like 80 and 443 for HTTP and HTTPS kind of thing. Yeah, this is a very important. License server port number is 27,000. So here is a summary what we have selected. This will be your installation directory, and the prerequisites what we have selected, like uh, .NET, then your SQL, then IAS, and Windows Remote Assistant. And the core component we have selected on this server, delivery controller, studio directed license server. That will be the feature, and these are the port numbers. Simply click on install. Now it will take up to 45 minutes to complete the installation. Okay. So now we are good to see your screen, right? So in between, it will uh, it will it will ask to restart the server multiple times. So whenever it will prompt, please reboot the server and again log in with the same user account from which you have initiated the installation. So in my case, I have logged in with the user Mahesh Singh, right? So after every reboot, I have to relog in with this user account only. Okay, now you can share your screen. It will take some time for installation.
Yeah, I'm sharing. Able to see?
Yeah, I can see it. Show me your infra. You have
Okay.
created a delivery controller, Gen server. What is the CTX? SF1, okay, it is storefront. What is
Yeah, so
CTS VDI?
this is a VDA mission.
Uh-huh. You still using Windows Server 2012.
Yeah, this is the old setup actually. So I'm trying to deploy the new setup. Yesterday I
Mm-hmm.
deployed the 2019 server.
Mm-hmm.
May have some power outage there. Let me connect Wi-Fi.
You stopped your screen?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, power is not there.
No, ho, 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 ho. No worries. Let me share my screen.
Uh, See, Mahesh, on the Gen server only, we need to install this DDC and VDA part, right? Or
Each
we
and
can
everything
create,
will be on your hypervisor only.
or like we can create separate machines on that. We can install DDC like that, or
No, DDC you can install on VMware Workstation. That is not a big deal, okay? But
hmm.
the virtual machines or application which you are publishing to the user, those should be on hypervisor only. And also you can configure that on like VMware Workstation, but those should be considered as a physical machine. So in that case, at the time of video installation, you have to select the third option,
Hmm.
the that physical remote PC access kind of thing, right? Not
Mm.
that MCS one, because MCS will work on with hypervisors only.
Okay, okay. So that means how much GB you given for Gen server?
So in my case, let me show you. My hypervisor memory is 32 GB, okay,
Mhm.
and storage it is somewhere around 500 GB of SSD, okay, and this is my server on which I have given 16 GB of RAM to this machine for my domain controller, but it's only utilizing 2.9. So what I did, I already installed one VMware Workstation Pro here so that I can utilize this machine as well, like this resource as well.
Like in our scenario, we have like 16 GB RAM. Okay. So for that, how much GB can we provide for Gen server? It is 8 GB, it is enough.
Okay, let me. So what you can do, you can decrease the memory of DDC to 4 GB. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
for Gen server, to host single machine only, I think 6 GB will be enough. Okay, but in 6 GB you will be able to host one machine only. Okay.
So for DDC, on top of hypervisor only we install, right? DDC like VDI.
No, not required. You can DDC you can install on VMware itself.
Okay.
Okay, but on hypervisor you have to install the virtual machines.
Okay, okay. So for DDC, can we install in a separate server, like, right? DDC, all components.
Look, you have two ways, right? Either you can allocate the entire memory to your hypervisor only, and then you can create DDC over the hypervisor. Okay.
Okay.
But if you do not want to do that, in that case, you can create DDC on VMware. Okay, let it
Mm-hmm.
be. You are having 16 GB memory, na? Please
Yeah,
allocate
yeah.
entire, like whatever the available memory, na? Please allocate entire memory to hypervisor. Okay,
Okay.
and then perform the operations with the help of XenCenter. Okay.
Okay. So you install the Gen Center on the domain controller system only.
Yes, this is an application only. Na? Like if I go there, like in control panel,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
just an application. So I installed it.
Okay. I'm
Gen
asking you install on the top of a domain controller, right?
Yes, so it's totally up to you. You can install this application in any machine which is connected in your domain, right? But I'm
Yeah.
taking a remote of my domain controller now always to teach you guys. So that is the only reason I installed it in Gen Center. Sorry,
Okay.
install it in domain controller. Okay, guys. So let me go to the presentation. I'm not sure why I always open the outdated file.
Mahesh, power came. Just can I share my
Mm-hmm.
screen?
Just give me a minute.
Okay, okay.
Okay, guys. So what we have done today, we have installed the core components in delivery controller, right? So as you can see, installation is going on and it will, okay, now it is asking to restart. So let me do that. It will take more than 45 minutes to complete the installation, right? So we will see Shiva screen and then we will wrap up the call and I will complete that installation part as it will take time and we will continue with on the same note where we will left today. So let me reboot the machine and log in here. Shiva, if you are having two laptops with you, you can configure one laptop as a bare metal.
I have two laptops. One is 16 GB and one is 8 GB.
So the 16 GB one, you can configure this as a bare metal. Directly install Citrix Hypervisor ISO media on your physical laptop. Give some
Okay.
IP, give some IP to it, okay, and install XenCenter in your second laptop, and you will be able to connect from your 8 GB laptop. Okay,
Okay.
means that will be faster. Means you can do that with VMware Workstation itself, but while using VMware Workstation, now what is
Yeah, yeah.
happening? You are installing hypervisor over the hypervisor. Means your first hypervisor is type 2. On type 2, you are installing type 1 hypervisor. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, yeah.
So that is a reason for slowness. So okay, so it will automatically resume. Now please do share your screen.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah,
Able to see?
it's loading. Now I can see it. Now first go to your storefront URL. Open your storefront URL first. No, no, not that. I'm asking to open the web browser, na, where you are getting no desktop and applications are published to user.
Okay, okay. I'm trying from here.
You can try from anywhere. Why are you wasting your resources? Why you created that VDI? You can open that URL with your physical laptop only, na.
Sorry, Mahesh, you were saying something.
I'm just telling you, why are you wasting your hardware resources? You can directly you have already have Google Chrome in your physical laptop. You can open that storefront URL from your physical laptop only. So in after that, there is no need to this machine. That's a Citrix VDI you have created.
Okay, okay. So again, connecting.
I think your screen is stuck for me. It's go away. Your screen stop.
Yeah, I'm sharing again. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm providing the credentials.
Mm-hmm. Your user is CTX admin, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get,
no, I have
okay.
started.
Now go to your delivery controller
Okay.
and from there go to the delivery group and check from which delivery group and what you publish to that user. No, no, it should be on your virtual machine. No, you are searching it on a physical machine.
No, I'm searching in this one only, studio only, delivery controller.
Okay.
I think my screen is lagging.
Yes.
My network is not stable. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Again, I think for me your screen is stuck. Is it for
Yeah, yeah.
everyone, guys?
No, no, no. Actually, the network is not stable. It is reconnecting the Zoom.
Okay, do one thing like in this, let me share my screen. In this, our target has been met. Installation is going on, right? So it will take some time. So please do
Okay.
reboot your router and just ping me, and I will share another invite and we will troubleshoot for your issue. Okay.
Okay.
Please take your time and ping me, and let's take a break for 15 minutes. Okay. Then we will continue and we will troubleshoot for your issue. Okay.
Can I turn on? Can I share it?
Yes, share. Try to share. Open the studio.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
No, no, not this one. No, no. Open the Citrix
Yeah, yeah.
studio. Go to the
Yeah,
machine.
studio.
Okay. Go to the delivery group.
Delivery group.
Let's see what you have created here. It's loading.
I have created a testing group, delivery group like that.
Mm-hmm. Now do one thing. From your right hand side, click on edit delivery group.
Sure. Yeah. I allowed the user.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Click on the storefront.
Your friend. I have given this on URL.
Okay. Again, go to the that user. The first one, first
Okay.
option, user. Click on the user.
Mm-hmm.
Now click on restrict use of this delivery group.
Okay.
Now apply.
Mm-hmm.